Fans think Caitlin Clark might not like Angel Reese, and this moment explains why.
One short clip from a Team USA sideline was all it took to send the internet into chaos. No argument, no confrontation, no words exchanged. Just a quick moment during a high-five line where one hand was left hanging for a second. Somehow that tiny moment exploded into one of the most talked-about stories involving Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. The video shows a routine moment during a break in the game. Team USA players are standing near the sideline celebrating a play and acknowledging teammates coming in and out of the lineup. Clark moves down the line giving quick high-fives to several teammates. When she reaches Reese, she keeps moving and turns her head away at almost the same moment.
Caitlin Clark, as you can see right here, she comes and she goes and high-fives the players that are being subbed off and then turns her head as Angel Reese is trying to high-five her. Nothing happens. Like, she high-fives.
Moment Reese lifts her hand. No contact happens and the interaction ends immediately. That is the entire moment. There is no argument, no reaction from either player, and no visible tension after it happens. Just a few seconds of footage captured by a camera that happened to be pointing at the sideline. But within hours of that clip appearing online, it spread across social media like wildfire. Fans started replaying it frame by frame, slowing it down, zooming in, and trying to interpret exactly what it meant. Thousands of comments appeared almost instantly. Some people were convinced the moment was intentional. Gotcha. Others believed...
Here we go. Right when Caitlin Clark gets put in the game, she's calling for the ball. Like I said, they're not going to pass her the ball. Look at this. They're both going for a rebound.
It was clearly accidental. The internet split into two camps almost immediately. One group argued that Clark intentionally ignored Reese. Their reasoning was simple. Clark is known for having elite court awareness. She sees passing lanes that most players never notice and processes the game faster than almost anyone else on the floor. Because of that reputation, some fans insisted there was no way she simply missed Reese standing there with her hand out. To them, the moment looked deliberate. Their interpretation was that Clark saw
fives the last person and just turns her head. So by the time Angel has lifted her hand, Caitlin is not looking. Caitlin is not looking here. So does this look bad? I mean, yeah, especially given the history. Yeah, absolutely. And like, people are saying, oh, if the opposite was the case.
Some fans but chose not to acknowledge her in that moment. They pointed to the long history between the two players as evidence that the missed high five carried meaning beyond a simple sideline interaction. But another group saw something completely different. Those fans looked at the clip and saw a chaotic sideline moment during a basketball game. Players are constantly moving, celebrating, communicating with coaches, and preparing for the next possession. High-five lines in that environment are not perfectly choreographed sequences. They are quick reactions happening in the middle of a fast-paced game. In that kind of situation, missed high-fives happen all the time. Players look away at the wrong moment. Someone turns to speak with a coach. Someone moves faster than expected. Hands miss each other by inches. These things happen constantly in sports environments, but they usually go unnoticed because nobody is analyzing them frame by frame. The only reason this one became a story is because of the two players involved. The rivalry between Clark and Reese has been one of the biggest storylines in women's basketball over the past few years. Their history dates back to the famous 2023 NCAA Women's Basketball Championship, when Reese and LSU Tigers women's basketball defeated Clark and the Iowa Hawkeyes women's basketball. During that championship game, Reese famously performed the "You Can't See Me" gesture toward Clark late in the contest. The moment instantly went viral and sparked days of debate about sportsmanship, competitiveness, and how female athletes are treated in the media. From that point forward, every interaction between Clark and Reese carried extra attention. Whenever they faced each other in college, cameras focused on them constantly. When they both entered the professional basketball world, the rivalry followed them. Their fan bases grew quickly, and those fans became extremely invested in every moment involving the two stars. That context explains why the sideline clip spread so quickly. The footage itself was simple, but the history behind the players made